Hey everybody, it's been a while since I made a video. Um, so going back to the beginning a little bit, some tips. When I first started with my oncology team, first person I met was a nurse navigator. She's the one that will help you with insurance, paperwork, meeting your doctors if you have a problem with doctors. She's the go-to. Um, When I was diagnosed, I got a gift bag, a pink tote bag that had a blanket, some chapstick, some lotion, a binder with information about breast cancer. Um, there was some other things in it I don't even really remember, but there wasn't really like a list of things to have or to get when you're first starting out, especially with when you're starting chemo. It's a good idea to have a blanket. The cancer center that I went to for chemo would give you a nice, warm, toasty hospital blanket, but I'm kind of partial to these fuzzy kind of blankets. So I brought my own. Eventually ended up with like a small suitcase on wheels that I had my own pillow, my own blanket, some socks, whatever entertainment I wanted to bring with me that I didn't have to carry everything. I just wheeled this little suitcase around. But some things that I feel are absolutely essential, and I learned from my mom who went through breast cancer, and she's a survivor of over a decade. Her cancer was different type than mine and was caught much earlier, thank goodness. She got me a gift of a tote bag and a binder, a notebook, some pens, because you're not going to remember everything. You're going to be blasted with so much information about whatever type of cancer you have and all of the treatments that are available and the types of medications that you're going to be given. And then, that's just from the oncologist. Then you meet with the surgeons and different types of surgeons and different procedures. You need a notebook. And not just a notebook, you need somebody to go with you to take notes so that you can be listening. I also recommend before your first appointment, write down all of your questions. I had a list of more than 30 questions, and they were questions about cancer. They were questions about, could I color my hair? Could I still get my nails done? Because those were things I did for self care for years and found out not recommended, just in case I couldn't color my hair because of the potential risk of getting a rash or dermatitis from the hair dye. I couldn't get my nails done anymore because of the risk of fungal or nail infection in case I got nicked by one of those fancy little tools they use at the salons. Um, there, I had questions about everything, and I asked all of the questions. Not to the same person. Obviously, the cancer questions went to the cancer doctor, and the surgical questions went to the surgeon, and the plastic surgery questions went to the plastic surgeon, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, but bring somebody with you to take notes. I also recommend bringing a support person with you so that you have support and so that you have a witness, because I had an unfortunate situation with a physician's assistant, female physician's assistant, where I felt like I was not treated with respect, and I didn't have anybody with me at that particular appointment. It was the only time I went alone. So I had nobody to back me up, and it was just a mess that maybe I'll talk about another time. But make sure the person writes everything down, your blood pressure, your weight, anything the doctor says. My oncologist's office also gives you an after summary, and they also have an app, so you can either have it keep it electronically, which some of them I did, but I prefer paper because I'm old school. So I asked them to print the after summaries for me so that I could go through, because every chemo appointment they take blood work and they check your labs, liver function, kidney function, glucose, your vitamins and minerals, everything gets tested each time. Plus, the doctor's summary of what they said in case I missed something or my support person missed something in the notes. I had that. So my little binder that my mom gave me eventually graduated to, a much thicker binder because being a veteran, I was receiving care through community care, and I got those statements as well, that what the clinic billed the VA and what the VA paid and all of that stuff. So I kept all of those in that binder in case I needed something. If anybody ever said I underpaid or overpaid or anything like that, I had all of that paperwork in one place in chronological order and everything like that. So my little binder graduated to a big binder. And my mom was fabulous. I know breast cancer is pink. The color is pink. My favorite color is purple. Mom got me purple. So I got a purple tote bag and a purple binder, which also had a folder feature. It was kind of like the old Trapper Keeper, if you're my age and you know what I'm talking about. But more adult version. It didn't have pictures of ponies on it. But it was really nice, and everything was in there. So all of those notes and all that was in there. Make sure you have extra pens, maybe a highlighter. Who cares? Pack of crayons. You never know. You might end up having to doodle in the waiting room. But these are some things that I brought that I got right away. When I met with my oncologist, one of the medications I was on can cause neuropathy. I've had neuropathy for many years now, even before I was diagnosed with diabetes. And they recommend icing your hands and feet during chemotherapy. And the cheap way to do it is to bring Ziploc bags. The hospital can put ice in it, and you have your hands and your feet covered with these ice bags. My mom went on Amazon and she found these mittens and socks that had gel packs you can put in the freezer. They were so much easier to use. So if you've got a few bucks or a rich friend, that's an option too. In my case, it didn't help as much. I still ended up with an increase in my neuropathy, but there are worse things in the world, right? So those were the things that I would bring, or that I would get before, during, or after your first oncology appointment, just so that you have a little bit of level of preparation. Once you go to those first few appointments, you'll think of the things that you personally would want to have. My first chemo appointment, I had a blanket, I had those gel pack gloves, I had a pillow. I brought books and things like that, little things to do, but I really didn't feel like doing anything but, watching videos on YouTube. So think about, if you're going to be in chemo for several hours, watch TV or whatever it is, or if you're able to do a craft, that's fantastic. My eyes got blurrier and blurrier over time, so reading and the types of crafts that I did wasn't really an option for the longest time. And carrying around your crafts can be a little burdensome. Um, but bring something. I brought Mad Lib's books, and I finagled the nursing staff into giving me nouns, verbs, or adverbs, or whoever happened to walk by. I'd get a word out of them, and my mom would come with me, and my husband would come with me, and we'd play the game, and then we'd read through it and see what kind of unbelievably funny story we came up with random words. So there are little things, and it evolves over time. So you don't have to be 100% prepared for your first appointment. You don't have to be 100% prepared for your first chemo. You don't even have to be 100% prepared for your 5th or 10th or 15th chemo. Just grab what you need to get through that period of time. But my best recommendation is notebook, support person, extra pens. Everything else, you can decide what is most useful for you. That's about it for this video. I might do another video that just has an update of where I am right now, because as you can see, I have more hair. It's a completely different color than what I had before. I was blonde before, and I had hair down to the middle of my back, but after being bald for so many months, this is very different. I'm not used to having to wash, shampoo, rinse, repeat, condition, rinse. Matter of fact, the first time I conditioned my hair, I forgot to rinse it out. So I had to turn the water back on, do that again. So it is what it is. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Otherwise, if there's something that you want to know about cancer, if you have any comments, please like and subscribe. The more people that do that, I promise you won't be inundated. But the more people that like and subscribe, the more times my videos will pop up when another cancer patient does a search. So that's the whole point of that. It's not to harass you. I'm not asking you for anything other than some free support and help getting these videos out to other people who are going through triple negative breast cancer. Thanks so much. Bye.